What's going on, everybody? Pete and Denise here for our RE Solutions, and we are here today for our Tidbit Thursday. And I don't know, but words are not rolling out my mouth very easily right now. Been a crazy week. Anyway, we want to welcome you to Tidbit Thursday. Today, we're going to be talking about 7 insider secrets for selling your home with the most money and in the least amount of time.
Yes.
So let's get into that here in a little bit. Damn, that was quick. Welcome back, everybody. Once again, Pete and Denise here. Pompey and Belinda had appointments. I'm not sure if Belinda's going to be walking in a little bit or not, but we'll find out. Anyway, we're going to be talking about the 7 insider secrets here. But before we begin that, just want to let you know, if you don't know who we are RE Solutions. We are a residential real estate property management company that loves to help and educate individuals find solutions for their real estate needs. Is that Belinda?
It's Belinda. Come on.
We got a special guest today. Belinda
I'll be taking one for the team.
Hi,
guys.
Let's move over here a little bit. Anyway, so we love to educate and help individuals find solutions for their real estate needs, and we do that by doing this Tidbit Thursday every Thursday, and we do other seminars that we'll talk about later on. So make sure that you are following us. Follow, like, and subscribe on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok. I always forget all of them because there's so many, and YouTube. So anyway, hi Belinda.
Hey guys. Everyone's having a great Thursday.
Yes.
So far so good, I guess. We'll see. But yes, today we're going to be talking about the 7 insider secrets. And if you look at the description to this, there's actually a link that you can actually get a PDF of this actual book of the 7 insider secrets. We're not going to share everything that's in the book today, but we're going to cover at least the top stuff.
Give you like the 7 tops.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's get into it. Who's doing the first one?
I'll do the first one. So insider secret number 1 is pricing. So that is a no-brainer. So the first thing we always do when we meet with a owner is we do a comparable market analysis. We call it a CMA. And basically what that does is it shows you what has sold in your neighborhood, your subdivision, in the last 6 months. This is the same information that appraisers use. So that is the tool that we use. And so if we cannot, if there is not enough in your subdivision, then we will try to go around your house about a mile, up to 3 miles, depending. And what we're looking for are properties that are the same as yours as much as possible. So age, the amount of rooms,
And
if it's
updating.
right, 1 story, 2 story, does it have floors? Does it have
I hope it has
does it have
Definitely.
carpet? No
Flooring.
carpet.
Flooring.
Yes. So we're looking for a property that looks very similar to the property. We want to price it around the same price of what has sold, because if you say, well, I want 50,000 more than what has sold, then it may not appraise and it may stay on the market longer than it needs to be, because people are savvy. They're looking at the same information we're looking at. They're looking at they're looking at what has sold. They're looking at those apps that tells them. So they know what has sold. They're smart.
It ain't like back in the day when Google wasn't around, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now you can just look up stuff and get at least a value or an average of what the price would be, kind of thing. So
now in this market, before the conversation used to be, let's use the average price or the median price and go from there, unless the house was like really fantastic. Now we can say the highest that sold was here, let's start here, you
Mhm.
know? And with this market being that we only have 1 month of inventory, people have been able to sell and get more than the last highest sold. So for this market, we can go at the high end.
Mhm.
I wouldn't go 50, 70,000 over what is sold, only because you still have to meet an appraisal.
That's the horrible strategy, to
Yes.
overprice and pray.
Yeah.
I mean, it could happen. It's
Yeah.
happened before. However,
Yeah.
we also take in consideration what your needs are for your family. Do you need to sell quickly?
Mhm.
Do you have a little time to play the market and see, what happens and try to get you the best price?
Right.
But I know I spent this morning looking for homes all over San Antonio and outside area. That was 250 and under, just 3 bedrooms. There's only 201. There was 202, but as I was looking, 101 under active and so there's 201. 201 homes available
Yeah.
under 250.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So,
it.
yeah.
That's crazy.
So that's less than 1%.
So
All
it's
right.
easy.
Secret number 2.
Curb appeal does matter, especially trying to get people interested in your home when they're looking online. I was just doing it this morning, swiping left, swipe left if it did not look like something I thought my clients would like. So you want to make sure, you don't have to dump a lot of money into it, but you want to make sure that your lawns are mowed and look nice, that your patio furniture is cleaned up, and that things are basically uncluttered. You want people to walk in and be like, wow, this looks really nice. I'd love to live here.
Yeah. Just think of staging tips, because even if you don't have the furniture, if you have a friend that has really nice furniture and they don't mind lending it to you for a little bit, I cannot tell you how many times we just drove up to the house.
Mhm.
And just because it had, especially if you have like a little front porch, if you have like that welcome sign and just really nice, cute little eclectic furniture, it goes a long way. And right away, they're like, oh, I can't wait to see the inside. So
Yeah.
that first impression really, really matters.
Right.
Most people are visual,
Yes.
Yeah.
so they want to see it looking nice already.
And obviously with San Antonio weather, when it starts heating up here, because I'm tired of the cold already, but when it starts heating up, usually the grass starts getting brown and stuff like that if you're not watering it. You may have some dead patches in some areas. So these are things that you may want to look at. You don't have to go all out, like Belinda was saying. You don't have to go all out and create flower beds and what's it called? Z-scape or
Xeriscape.
Xeriscape, yeah, Z-scape,
Yes.
Xeriscape your front lawn or whatever. But just make sure it looks presentable, kind of thing.
And mulch is cheap.
Mulch is cheap.
Yes.
I learned the
Yes.
hard way too, because I was helping a friend and we wanted to make the front look really good. So she had somebody go out there and clean everything up. And I'm like, needs some color. So we went out there and we planted a flower bed in the beginning of summer. I had to go out like every other day to make sure to water them so they wouldn't die. It looked really bad because the house was vacant. There was no one living there.
Yeah. So
don't do that.
And that's one of the points there. Remove your dead plants.
Yeah.
Don't just leave them there, because obviously. So insider secret number 3 is kitchen sells home. So obviously you don't want to dump a lot of money into your kitchen if you're trying to sell the property, right? But you do want to try to do some little updates that may make your kitchen stand out a little bit more. You can buy cabinet door knobs and stuff like that and put those in there, or just decluttering your kitchen all together, taking everything off the counter, making sure everything looks nice and clean and stuff like that. Most individuals, when they're looking at a property, the 2 major rooms that they're looking at is the kitchen and the master bedroom, which includes the master bathroom, right?
Mm-hmm.
So those are the ones that actually sell the homes. Mm-hmm. So as long as you have a good looking kitchen, or at least make it good looking during showings and stuff like that, it's a bonus, right?
You don't realize how much grime and grease get onto like your countertops and your cabinets, and just putting a little elbow grease into that will make it look a lot.
Yes.
And I
better.
think, and you tell me if this is your experience, I think that many of the properties out there that have been built in the last, I would say 5 years, have granite. they have some kind of stone. Yeah.
Right.
And so we're just seeing that, and that's a plus by itself. But an older home, if you have just some old countertops,
Laminate.
there are really inexpensive, nicer laminate tops that you can replace it with. Doesn't cost a lot of money. So just things like that, because if you go in the kitchen, just like Pete said, people are already like, oh, and this is what they tell us. Oh, for Christmas we do this and we do that, and we have family over, and so. Or they say, and I hear this all the time. I'm like, are you really? There's a lot of chefs out there. We love to cook. I'm like, wow, can I come to your house and
Be
eat?
my friend.
Well, if you think about it, the majority of the functions that even we do at our house or even here, we spend the majority of the time around the kitchen.
That's true.
So,
Yeah.
the outside area is even if we were outside, we were by
The kitchen, the
the
fire
cook-
pit.
yeah. the cooking area. I guess we like to eat. So,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
yeah.
All right.
They've heard me on more than one Tidbit Thursday. They know.
Yeah.
Number 4. Okay, lighting. So this is where you want to open up window shades, and not window shades, but the curtains. And if you lamps, believe it or not, people love lamps. And so you want to make sure that the lighting in your house works. A lot of times people like to paint in dark colors, and that kind of takes away from the lighting of the house. So you just want to go ahead and replace bulbs. That's the cheaper way. Replace bulbs with maybe something a little higher wattage. And I'm trying to think what else.
Just accentuate the rooms, because
Yes.
you're right. If you have dark colors, and we're not saying that you need to paint your house if you have dark colors, but if you do have dark colors, you need to be able to bring in some natural light, and if possible, put out some additional lamps and stuff like that, just to make the room pop a little bit
Accentuate.
more. Yeah.
Yeah.
You like that word?
Yeah,
It came out of nowhere.
And a lot of places that I've shown what the seller has done was really smart is they'll have all the lights on already. So that way the light is there. And that, I think that is just a smart move. Just turn on all the lights when you know you have showings. And then that way, as we're walking in, oh, it's already light in here. Because if you like turn everything off or expect the agent to turn off, turn it on. Sometimes we're going through the property so quickly, especially if there's a whole bunch of people looking at the house.
Right.
So if you just turn it on and just leave it on, and we had one listing that we turned on the lights in the morning, we left it on all day, and then at night we turned it off, and that just worked because the house, I mean,
It just looks inviting.
Yes.
People
That's
rather
the word.
look.
Inviting.
Yeah, people.
I
All
know
the
we
good
got
words
wordsmith
today.
today.
So, but no, it does look inviting, because once you are walking through a property, if you have to walk through a property and turn on lights as you're looking at it, it's not as home,
Yeah,
Yes.
inviting.
not homeless,
Homey.
home feeling,
Yeah,
homey feeling,
homey.
or whatever. As if you are just walking into a room and it's already lit up and it's already,
Yes.
you're
Yes.
already looking at it instead of having to fumble with a light switch.
And I know a lot of times I hate trying to rush ahead of my clients. So let me get the lights for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they run back like I've missed some of the conversation.
Yeah.
And I think also for the buyers, they feel like they're in somebody else's home. I don't know. It's like a mental thing versus if they're just walking through, they're like, okay.
Yes.
Yes.
It's kind of like a model home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
All
So.
right.
Number 5, we really recommend that you update. Don't renovate. Updating costs a lot less money than renovating, and updating has to do with maybe some painting, maybe some cleaning the floors, and paint goes a long way, believe it or not. And I wouldn't necessarily even try to do any kind of bold eccentric colors, just some very neutral colors into the home. Again, people, when they walk in and they feel like they're walking into a model home, they can see themselves there a lot better. And plus painting, you don't realize as you are living day to day in your home, especially if you have kids or pets, those that the paint, it gets dirty, and you may not even see it until, you know,
Right.
you either try to clean it or you go to paint over it and you're like, wow, it just looks so much more fresh in here.
Mhm.
Yes.
And there's something about the smell of fresh paint.
Yeah,
that
people
are
love
like,
that.
yeah.
Did they just paint it in here?
Yeah.
It smells
Even-
clean.
It does. Maybe
Yeah.
it gives it that clean, you know, impression. But the big thing too, again, just a little elbow grease into those things that you don't think about, like your return air intakes for your HVAC units, because they
Yep.
collect dust. Your ceiling fans,
Even your light switches.
Your light
around
switches,
around
cleaning
your
your
light
light
switches
switches,
or door handles and stuff like that.
baseboards.
Yep.
You know.
So obviously it's going to take a little work, but
That's free.
yes.
Cleaning your house is
Yes.
free.
Or,
you
you
know.
know, if you have more money than time, we can hook you up with some really great people.
Yeah, I can actually take care of that stuff. But yeah, I agree as far
Windows too. People forget about cleaning
Yes.
windows.
Yes.
Like,
Oh gosh,
cleaning the
yes.
windows. And I would say at this point, this is where take down all your personal stuff.
Mhm.
So this is the time to start taking down your signs or your portraits and things of that nature, and actually looking at the property, and then you can decide about painting and stuff. Because yes, as we're living there, the paint looks great while we're living there, but once we start moving
Mhm.
furnitures and picture
Yeah.
frames and things of that nature, you're going to see a difference.
Yeah.
You're going to
And,
see a difference.
we are really big. Don't spot paint.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you spot paint,
Yeah, Aaron.
Oh.
even if you're using the same colors, unfortunately, paint on the wall fades over time due to, you know, exposure to sunlight and everything like that, and just the environment. And trying to spot paint, it's going to show.
Yeah.
It's much better to either
Especially
just not
with flat paint.
or
Yes.
flat paint. Oh.
You're like a leopard.
Man, when we were in
Leopard on the
Germany,
wall.
we had flat paint, and you know, I had kids, so and it was white flat paint.
Yeah.
And so I would go through probably at least once a month to like clean off the walls where they'd run their hands down the walls and stuff. And it got to the point I was actually taking off
Yes.
like material
Yes.
on the wall. And I was
Yes.
like, okay, I have to stop. There
You
was
have
just
to
no
stop.
more.
Yeah.
Repaint.
Okay, so the next one is staging. This is my favorite one because this is really, I think this really should be number one. Staging is key. You know, and for me, like I don't have a good eye for staging. I will be the first one to say it, but I know somebody that is.
Yeah.
So I would be like, hey, can you help me? You don't know how many people just, oh my God, it's so beautiful. And buyers will ask me, will they sell that table, that couch, that whatever they put in that spot? And I'm like, I can ask, you know? So just staging, basically decluttering everything, putting everything away, and then just everybody has good taste in something, and just pulling that out and just making that room beautiful, especially the living area, especially the bedrooms, and just showing a beautiful product. And that's how you have to look at it. You're showing a product.
Yeah.
It's funny because a lot of stagers, because this really doesn't take a lot of money.
No.
Really, especially if you already have your own furniture
Yes.
in there, you just have to take some stuff. The majority of the stuff is going to be decluttering, because once you start decluttering, then you can just put out just certain items on the furniture that is just going to make the whole room stand out, kind of thing. Especially like on the beds. If you make the beds, that's like half the battle. If you make your bed,
My dad used to tell me, if you make your bed, half your room's clean already.
yeah. Basically.
Stuck with me. But
So
I have a
if-
bigger room now, Dad. so.
But if you make your bed and just throw some additional pillows on there, make it look inviting and comforting and stuff like that, that's going to make that room stand out and stuff like that. So a lot of stagers really, they have all this furniture, but a lot of the furniture that they buy is stuff that they probably buy like at IKEA.
Yeah.
You know, or very
Yes.
minimal stuff, but they have that eye of where to place it and how to place it and what to place on top of it to make it look really well.
That's very
Yeah.
true.
So
My favorite staging piece that I went to in a home was they had some books laid out, you know, and when the book with the top title was A Stranger in the Home. that
that's
just kind of
funny.
stuck with me. I was like, that's just kind of perfect.
That's
But the
funny.
thing is, we all know that one friend. You have that one friend that every time you go to their home, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
You invite that friend over for some pizza, a meal, and say, hey, Can you
The
spend an
near
afternoon
eye.
one
Yeah.
day?
I'm not
And
that friendly.
That's how
Sorry,
you,
guys.
yeah, that's how you do it for free.
Exactly. And can you smell my house to see if it stinks like dog or smoke
Yeah.
or stuff like that? So I'm sorry, not stinks, but there's an odor.
Yes.
That's
And if
a
you
nice way of
have
saying it.
pets, it's going to stink to somebody. I'm just telling you right now. You can have the cleanest house. And if you have a carpet, have it professionally cleaned.
Yeah.
All right.
So marketing matters, obviously. Real estate agents, this is the pretty much our biggest job when it comes to putting a house on the market or listing a house, is being able to put that information out to as many people as we can in order to get somebody to actually put in a contract. So online marketing is obviously a big thing. 92%, it says on there, 92% of people actually go online when they're looking for properties. And basically, I would say for me, if I'm looking for anything, I'm looking online first,
Mhm.
right? Either Googling it or doing YouTube or something. So online presence is a big thing, and you need to make sure that whichever real estate company that you use, that they have a good online presence and they're able to put that information out. Photography obviously is a big thing. We suggest that you get professional photographer because they're able to take some really good pictures and they're able to edit them to a point. You don't want a photographer that's going to make your brown grass green to the point that it looks fake, but you want some editing, some Photoshop in there to
Usually it's the lighting.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's most of the times it's the lighting. So, but you do want great photography because once again, going back to online marketing, the people are looking online. The first thing they're going to see is the pictures, and if the pictures look really good, picture looks really good, then they're going to continue looking. And
and you don't know how many times, even on MLS, we've looked at listings, and it was clear that the agent took it. Pictures were put in sideways.
Yeah.
So we're doing this.
and don't get me wrong. There's a lot of agents, like for us also, we do our own pictures when it comes to rentals and stuff like that. But we make sure that the pictures look decent. We're not throwing any other pictures in there. So there are realtors out there that take some decent pictures with their iPhone or whatever. But then there's those that take pictures and they're in sideways, and there's animals in the pictures, and
it all like ties in together, because with the pictures and photography, you want to have your home decluttered and cleaned, because even if you're still living there, people are kind of a little forgiving if they know you live there and they walk in your home and you've just had breakfast or something. But in the pictures, you really need them to stop. You need them to stop and take a look at your house and wanting to get more, wanting to see more.
Yes. And then print marketing. A lot of people don't think about this anymore because nobody really reads newspapers or anything like that. And we're not even talking about that. We're talking about just having flyers for your property and even keeping those flyers in the property when people are looking at the property. That way they can actually grab it and take it with them, and it's in their face constantly. So they can remember your property.
And there's some publications also, especially if you have a specialized home like a farm and ranch, or you have a luxury home. Those publications go a long way in getting your property exposed to the masses.
Yes. Then open houses, obviously, many people know about the open houses and your for sale signs. Obviously, you want to have a good professional sign out there because people still do drive around, especially around the neighborhoods that they want to live in. They're driving around looking to see if any of the properties are for sale. And they'll start looking and calling and all that information. So
it's all comprehensive.
All comprehensive.
Yeah.
Okay. So those are the 7 insider secrets. Once again, we have that a link in the description below if you want to get that PDF. Obviously, the PDF has a lot more information on there. And if you want to contact us and talk about any of those items, you can. You can contact us at RE Solutions. At your friends at resolutionsxv.com. That's our email. or you can just go to our website and get all of our information. It's resolutionsxv.com.
Free consultation. We'll go out and give you some tips and tricks, and then
Yeah,
go from there.
go there and do the house evaluation, things of that nature. So,
Especially if you feed us.
yeah, at least coffee. I mean, I'm good with coffee. Any other things? Oh, yeah, we got some announcements, right?
Yes.
So, this Saturday,
Saturday.
we are having our buyers seminar,
Yep.
right? San Antonio buyers seminar. That's going to be at Align Mortgage in the Summit office, off of Summit and 410. That is at 10 a.m. on Saturday morning. We're going to have Chris and Harley out there. They're going to be talking about financing and some credit repair stuff. So please join us for that. The following week,
On the 31st,
on the 31st. What are we doing on the 31st?
we have our mixer.
Oh,
well, no, that's
Yeah,
wages.
But
Sorry.
I say if you're a real estate agent
Yes.
and you're in the San Antonio area, you
Never
come out and celebrate with us.
yes.
It's
so
our birthday.
It's our birthday. We're celebrating
Woohoo.
1 year in business. So we will be at Hops and Hounds.
Yep.
Celebrating with other
We
real
have-
estate agents, and we have sponsors.
The Rick Tankersley going to be out there giving some motivation.
The
The
Rick
Rick
Tankersley.
Tankersley.
He's going to be out there giving some keywords and stuff like that.
yeah.
And several sponsors. We have like 7 sponsors that are going to
Yeah.
be out there. So
It's going to be a
people
good time.
Yeah. So we're going to
Get
have
some
a good time
drinks
with
and
that.
get some appetizers.
Yep. Other than that, please continue to share, follow, like us on our social media. And I don't think we have anything else for today, right?
No.
No.
We're busy.
Busy.
Running around, showing
Yeah.
houses, looking
Kinda
for
crazy.
houses.
We got an appointment right now. Actually, we're late. Anyway. All right. Well, y'all take
Thank you,
care.
everyone, and we will see you next Thursday.
Next
Sorry.
Thursday. No, that's fine. You can close. Say next Thursday.
Huh?
Say it. Say bye.
Bye. See you next Thursday.